What it is, though? It's your boy Crook LD Big Tank 100. We in here, sure. What's going on with y'all? I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you guys are staying away from COVID. Hope you guys are taking the necessary safety precautions. I know this ain't got nothing to do with the video, but I just realized that schools are letting back out, and that's dope. Now, I kind of been living under a rock, so if it's been going on for a few weeks, I'm sorry. I literally just found out about it. I drove past the school, and I seen that the doors open up. So I'm like, okay, all right. So school's open back up. So I know, you feel me, a lot of y'all, or some of y'all go to school. So I mean, go back to school, you feel what I'm saying? Fulfill your brain. I'm sorry, I just had a brain. Never mind. I hope you guys have great days of school. I hope you guys increase your knowledge with the books. You feel what I'm saying? This is a year where you ain't been in school in like a whole like year damn near. So, you feel what I'm saying? Just take advantage of it, bro. Take advantage of it. You're finally out of the house. So, in this video, this is NBA Urban Legends you can tell around a campfire. So, this is kind of like a different video. So, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and check this out. This looks kind of interesting. So without further ado, you know what I'm saying, might as well get right into it, you know what I'm saying?
They are the legends we've all heard. The stories we've all told. The tales we all listen to. Here is another episode of NBA Urban Legends. The similarities that Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant share are obvious. They certainly have a lot in common. We all know this, but you might not have known that they also had a similar experience in the NBA Finals. They both had themselves a flu game. Well, kinda. Obviously, Jordan's flu game has been talked about for quite some time now, but Kobe's food poisoning incident...
But when I don't know, I was watching something, I can't remember, or I was reading something, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they said it wasn't really the flu. It was a cold. It was like a cold or a stomach virus or something that he had. It wasn't the flu. It was just that the media took it as a flu, or he had flu-like symptoms. He had flu-like symptoms, so they call it a flu game. But for what I read, I forgot where I read it. It could be wrong, but it wasn't even like actually a flu. It was, I don't know. He was just having flu symptoms, but it wasn't a flu. I think it was like a cold or something like that. It was like a very strong cold. I don't know. It could be wrong.
Seems to have been forgotten. The story goes that when the Lakers were playing the Kings in the Western Conference Finals, one night, Kobe ordered himself some room service in a Sacramento hotel. And then, shortly after, Kobe began vomiting and experiencing extreme diarrhea for the next 5 to 6 hours.
Oh, look at the TV. This how you know this is old. Y'all remember them TVs? What? These TVs was in everybody's basement. Lion said it wasn't. These TVs was in everybody's the back on these mugs, huge, bro. Huge. Son, like, yo, that's crazy.
After consuming the food, and it was believed that a bacon cheeseburger was the culprit. Now here's where things get really strange. Kobe's trainer, Gary Vitti, strongly believed that the New Jersey mob was behind it all, who made a heavy bet that the Nets would win the finals. It's speculated that they were anticipating that the Lakers would be the ones to advance to the NBA Finals, so they decided to try to take Kobe out early by poisoning him before the Western Conference Finals had even finished, in order to make it easier on the Nets. That's how threatened they were by Kobe's abilities. The hotel said that they served a total of 300 burgers that night, but no one else got sick. Only Kobe was the one who felt ill, which just makes it even more suspicious, as if he was the only target. Kobe's trainer said that Bryant actually wanted Mexican food initially, but changed his mind because he feared that it might make him feel sick. Quote, "I better not. It might mess up my stomach." But it looks like he should have gone with that instead of the bacon cheeseburger at the hotel. So what do you guys think about the possibility that the New Jersey...
I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing stories about that though. Like, that's why you see a lot of people like eating plant-based too. Like a lot of NBA players, they really like watch what they eat as far as like I think everyone is pretty much going the keto, the vegetarian, plant-based type of diet. You don't really see anybody eating like burgers and stuff like that. I mean, every now and then you can, but a lot of players now are really cognizant now of what they're eating because back then, bro, I'm trying to tell you, they could put something in your drink. Feel me? They can put something in your food while everybody else got the regular serve. They probably like undercook yours. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Back then, when they didn't really pay attention and you know how everything wasn't really like well thought of like it is now back then, yo, you gotta watch for that stuff, bro. Like, anything. Like, yeah.
The mob tried to get Kobe sick before the 2002 NBA Finals, which, if true, their efforts obviously did not work, considering the Nets were easily swept in the series. On the morning of May 15th, 1997, Reggie Miller was told some terrible news. He was informed that his house was on fire, and it was later determined that it was arson, which meant that someone intentionally set the fire. But fortunately, no one was harmed, because Reggie had just literally bought that house. He was still staying at his old place at the time of the fire, because he hadn't quite moved into that new one yet.
I remember getting a call at 4:30 in the morning. There's a fire at your house. I'm like, no, there's not. I'm at the house. I'm at my house. It's like, no, your new house. I'm like, what?
Miller offered a large money reward for any information that could lead to the suspect. Well, maybe that wasn't necessary, because it looks like Jalen Rose knew exactly who did it all along. This is where the urban legend comes into play. In 2013, Jalen was in Bloomington, Indiana for college game day. The big game was between Michigan and Indiana, and after the game, legend has
that
it
was a
that
young
Jalen
Victor
Rose
Oladipo.
attended a party full of Indiana students. Well, actually, that's not an urban legend at all, because there is actual photo evidence that he did party it up after the game. Several pictures, in fact. And during that night, it was said that Rose revealed some interesting pieces of information. You see, people claim that they saw him drinking, and maybe a little bit too much, as he went into storytelling mode. First, he said that MJ's flu game was actually a hangover. Okay, nothing new there. Then claimed that he could hit 17 out of 23s right there on the spot. That's pretty cool, I guess. But the third statement that came out of his mouth during the party was the most telling. He said he knew for a fact that Reggie Miller's ex-wife, Marita, was the one who burned down his house. Now, who knows if what he said was true, but all I'm saying is, why would he just blurt that out for no reason? Did he just reveal the answer that everyone wanted to know back in 1997 during a college party in 2013? I mean, Jalen has been known to have a big mouth. Incredibly, there's actually plenty of footage at our disposal of Michael Jordan playing people one-on-one. You would think that it would be more rare, so kudos to him for having some fun. But there was this one alleged one-on-one game that supposedly went down that I wish we could have saw. Back in 2013, there was this rumor floating around that Michael Jordan actually beat Michael Kidd-Gilchrist in a one-on-one game.
I heard about that too.
People made a pretty big deal about this at the time, because if you remember, Kidd-Gilchrist was a young 19-year-old rookie who was the second overall pick, and Jordan had just turned 50 years old. He literally showed him
Kidd-Gilchrist, let's be honest, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist wasn't really that, bro. He wasn't really that. I'm sorry. Like, yo, just look, yo, the Hornets picks have not been, hopefully LaMelo Ball is different, bro, because Charlotte's picks hasn't really been panning out, bro, at all, bro.
This was back when the Charlotte Bobcats were still in existence, and of course, we all had many questions that needed to be answered. Like, what was the score? And more importantly, why was there no video of this matchup? That's certainly unfortunate for us fans, but at least we got to hear it straight from one of the horses' mouths.
You actually talked about playing Michael Jordan one-on-one, and he actually beat you. What was that experience like playing, a lot of people say is the greatest player of all time? What was that experience like playing him one-on-one? It was a dream come true. Made a dream come true. That's really about it. That's my boss. So.
He went on to say that in no way did he let MJ win. He said he actually did try, but failed. Now obviously, just because Michael beat one of his players doesn't mean he considered coming out of retirement. And sadly, we're forced to just use our imagination when it comes to this mysterious one-on-one game. Back in early 2011, the Memphis Grizzlies were heading back home after a road win against the Lakers, and the Grizzlies, specifically OJ Mayo and Tony Allen, decided to relax on the plane ride home by playing some cards. And let's just say that it was far from a friendly game. GM Chris Wallace confirmed that an incident had in fact gone down on the plane. It was reported that OJ Mayo lost more than $1,000 to Tony Allen during the card game, and when Allen asked Mayo to settle his gambling debt, Mayo refused to pay up, and then he got up in Tony Allen's face because he was pissed that he lost. Now, Allen actually chose the high road at first by excusing himself to the bathroom, but when he returned, Mayo continued to repeatedly insult him. Allen did warn Mayo to watch his mouth, but when he wouldn't listen, Tony struck him in the face, leading to total chaos as their teammates had to separate them. And by all accounts, Allen got the better of Mayo, and supposedly left Mayo with a noticeably swollen face. OJ Mayo was out of the lineup for their very next game with apparently bronchitis, but we all know the real reason he wasn't able to suit up. So those were some NBA urban legends that have been floating around for quite some time.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't play with Tony Allen, bro.
100% true. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't play with Tony Allen, yo. Tony Allen was a scrapper. Tony Allen and Patrick Beverley, yo, like, they're really the same person, yo. Like, they scrappy, they don't care. You feel me? They talk their shit. Like, they'll get all up in your face. They'll get on your nerves. Like, nah, I wouldn't play. I wouldn't play with Tony Allen. But that is the end of today's video. I mean, that was actually different. It was actually a different little video. But I want to thank you guys for watching, for tuning in on this video with me. Link is in the description for all my social medias, my Twitch also. Help me get to 500 followers, man. And as always, I still didn't forget that announcement that I was going to give to y'all, man. But just like the video up. Give me some likes on the video. I love you guys. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.